Hi everybody, this is a soulmate reading for a lady named Britt, and this is a real reading. And as you are listening to this, you can also do this for yourself. So this is a reading for single people. So if you are already in a relationship, I would recommend you doing the Celtic Cross love spread instead. Because this is a soulmate reading that also acts as a manifesting a relationship. So if you're already in a relationship, it can cause a bit of tension rather than harmony. So I recommend this spread only for single people. Now, these tutorials that I'm doing it so that everybody can learn from them. Now, if you want me to read for you and you're in a relationship and you want to be in a tutorial, basically I only use your first name and you get a reading. And then because other people will learn from your reading, it's 100% free of charge. But if you are in a relationship and you want to be a part of it, just do the Celtic Cross love reading. You find the spread on my website, and you can contact me if you can't find it, but it should be easy to navigate because you just go to Tarot Spread in the menu bar and click on Celtic Cross love spread. It's a link there. Then you do the reading, you email me the cards, and I'll turn it into a tutorial. But for this one, it is for single people. So only do the soulmate spread if you're single. So this is if you go to the website and you go on the tarot spread, and this would be the soulmate spread number 2. And it has seven card layout. And basically, this is also, like I said, it's a manifesting. You are reading for yourself, but you're also manifesting your soulmate at the same time. So this spread will actually tell you where you blocked as well. And what you can do about it. So in the first card position here, how can I best attract a soulmate? 2 of Cups. Then straight away, I just want to go to card position 2. What is blocking me and how can I overcome it? It's a good idea to read them together. And the reason for that is, the solution and the problem is they are the same almost always. And when you get 2 of Cups here in what the best thing that you can do, it basically just means that you have to make room for your soulmate. But I think that it also is telling me and the seeker about the block. So it's telling you, Britt, what the block is. And I feel like in a if you did the soulmate manifesting course and you did where you were blocked, you would probably find that you were blocked in the 6th. There's 6 blocks, and I think you blocked on the last one, number 6, which is possible. And when I teach people how to remove the blocks, they always have to start with possible if that's one of them. And the reason for that is just that something has happened that has made it so that you think it's not possible. And when you don't think it's possible, it's very hard then to manifest. And I did a second layout for you just to get some more information, and I got almost all major arcana cards when I laid out. So I laid out the Celtic Cross just for this position. I always recommend that you have a second deck to clarify the card positions. So when I'm getting a lot of major arcana cards, it basically means that now you're given time and space to really think about what you want in a soulmate. And that's what this card also means, that you're putting all of your focus onto the soulmate manifestation process, what you really want, but connect yourself really heart and soul into it, because it's on an emotional level you're going to pull your soulmate in, and it always is like that with everything that we're manifesting. It's coming through our emotions. Now, because the block here is 6 of Pentacles, it can also mean that you're focusing a lot on finances. And I'll talk a little bit about that as well in the soulmate manifestation webinar, because that is another block actually. So when we get so focused on the survival that we're manifesting a financial soulmate and not actually our highest and best soulmate. So when and you could be actually now currently manifesting a financial soulmate. Now, your soulmate could be super rich. I'm not saying that your soulmate isn't, but when we're manifesting on a financial level for survival, we are actually often manifesting the wrong soulmate in. even if your soulmate is wealthy, it's only because our focus is not on, you know, who will make us happiest in our hearts. We are too stressed about our physical reality. So what I'm saying here is to clear a little bit of those issues around, first of all, clear that you might not even think it's possible. So you might have to put your hand on your heart and ask yourself, do I even think it's possible? And if you feel like it's not, then that is definitely a block, and it's a good idea to get rid of that. And I teach that in the course as well. Now, this the financial block here as well, what you can do is when you're creating a soulmate list for yourself, instead of putting in, I want my soulmate to be, and then you put in lots of wealthy and having this and that, just put in that your soulmate has, you know, that you and your soulmate combined, your energies together will be very, very abundant, because sometimes you will be much more abundant in a relationship because you're together, you are going to have that magic formula that you will both be more abundant together than what you are apart. And sometimes someone is manifesting in a financial soulmate, which is like someone who provides for them real well financially, but the mix is of such that they both actually become less abundant because the energy is actually not right. So that's just something to think about, Rich, when you're doing your manifesting list. How will I recognize my soulmate? Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles basically means someone who's very, very physically attractive, someone who's very, very beautiful. So someone that you are going to be basically noticing and falling in love with for how, you know, your soulmate is looking rather than the person. And that is just, they're just telling you, it's like you're going to see this person and you're going to be like, wow, this person is gorgeous. And it's going to be hard until you get to know this person. You're just going to see, oh wow, this one is so beautiful. And they're just giving you how you will recognize your soulmate, because the tarot will always give you, we always talk to you in a way that when you do meet your soulmate, you recognize the signs and it's very obvious, okay, this is a soulmate. Who is my soulmate? And then you get the Empress card. So the Empress card again is someone who's very physically attractive. And it sort of kind of you know, confirms the card position 3 here. And they're saying that your soulmate is someone who's also a good communicator, because the Empress here is a 3 in numerology, and this 3 is always good at communicating. So the way this person would communicate, you know, enhances this person as well and makes this person really even more attractive. This is someone quite intelligent as well. I'm going to get some more information about who is your soulmate. So I'm going to do a second layout. Now, what I got with the soulmate here is, you know, your soulmate is described by the Empress, so that is being abundant, beautiful. And I feel like your soulmate has created a whole life that is very, very artistic as well. And then there's a separate spread that I like to use with the soulmate spread, and it is the zodiac spread, because then you can kind of look at every aspect of the person's life and it give you a lot more information. I just did that now for the soulmate, and I got that your soulmate has had a very difficult childhood with so much, I actually would say a lot of very dramatic events. And because of this, your soulmate has a very strong energy of someone who, I guess, is very, very confident, but I think it's almost like a bit of that facade as well, because a lot of people who's gone through very, very dramatic events, they look almost like they're so confident looking, and they will never let anyone see how they really feel. And I feel like your soulmate is someone who's very good at hiding that. So your soulmate will be on the outside very, very successful, but there's a vulnerable side on the inside. And I feel like that is something that will heal in the relationship. They're also saying that the block that I said in the beginning about the possible, not believing it's possible here, that could be, and I mean not believing it's possible to have a soulmate, that could also be your soulmate's block, because I feel like your soulmate could have that block. So it's sort of blocking you as well. And every time you want to manifest your soulmate, you are kind of running into your soulmate's block. So it's very important now, Britt, that you become very, very clear and remove all the blocks, because that will help your soulmate remove the blocks as well, because you're connected. You're always connected, okay? You're always connected. Subconsciously and emotionally, you're always connected. So when you are getting clearer on a metaphysical level, your soulmate will find it a lot easier to let go of those blocks. And it's just like I said, having had a very dramatic childhood has seen possibly very bad relationships, has made it hard to believe that it's even possible to have. So your soulmate, I feel like, is physically very beautiful and attractive and has a lot of abundance. And it's also very artistic and a very unique person who is also a bit guarded at the same time. So if you did the soulmate course, and that's for everyone who wants to go and look into the soulmate course, you might find that you and your soulmate are blocked on the exact same issues. And when you are tuning in on your soulmate, you will get the sense of who your soulmate is, and that will happen in the soulmate manifestation. You'll make a connection. And if your soulmate has a block, you'll feel that. Now, when you're doing your soulmate list, there's a section where you're just going to do your soulmate list. Now, that soulmate list, you will sort of send energy again to your soulmate and ask, because your soulmate is looking for you as well. But then you'll ask your soulmate to come in with a certain energy. So then your soulmate will have, I guess, a purpose to change. And on a metaphysical level, through your psychic link, your soulmate will be able to feel that, okay? So let's have a look again here now on how you will meet 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands speaks of someone who's very vulnerable. Okay, so this, I feel like, is actually your soulmate. So I feel like when you meet your soulmate, you will see your soulmate's vulnerability. Now, I also laid out some more cards to get more information. And they're showing me 4 fours surrounding Knight of Pentacles. I laid out the Celtic Cross, and the first card was 9. And this is just to get confirmation on how you will meet 9 of Wands, just to get more explanation. So I got Knight of Pentacles. So there's something to, no, I mean a Knight of Cups. Sorry, Knight of Cups was the first card. So that is like a creative venture. And also it often relates also to business, but it depends on other cards. And it was surrounded by the number 4. So I got the Emperor. Then I got 4 of Wands, and I got the Death card, which is a 4 as well, and I got 4 of Swords. It was just surrounded with the number 4. So that's 4 times 4 repeated itself. And when it does that, it speaks of a structure where you want to create a platform for yourself, and where you want to create more security for yourself, where security is the most important thing. And the people that you meet are kind of in the same, I guess, situation as you. As you can see here, this here 9 of Wands is someone who feels vulnerable. So this is someone who's also creating more success and more security. So you're in a situation where I think you're meeting other people who are in the same situation as yourself, and it is often related to business. Okay, so they're saying in your community, there is someone that is like-minded to you, that are creating things for themselves and opportunities, who has the same interests as you. But because of all the number 4s, then I feel like it has to do with business. And I feel like whatever you're doing for yourself, in work-wise as well, that I feel like that's how your soulmate will actually come through, okay? When will we meet? The High Priestess. The High Priestess is someone who, and this relates very well to card 1, how can I best attract a soulmate, 2 of Cups. So the High Priestess is master at manifesting. That means that you can manifest your soulmate pretty much any time you like, and when you are ready, your soulmate will come in. So it's all about being ready. And how long that's going to take, that's up to you. But when you're ready, you will make an emotional connection to your soulmate, and you know how to do this. because you get the high priestess here. So you know how to connect through your emotions, through your intuition, and have an emotional relationship with your soulmate before you even meet. That's what that means. And that's also something that I teach in the Soulmate manifesting course for anyone who watches this who would like to know how to do that. You can do it through meditation. And some people are so intuitive that they just do it automatically. Now, I feel like your soulmate has, your soulmate is someone who's able to connect with you as well, back very well. I'm going to do a timing of event now. So let's have a look. I'm just shuffle the cards, and you guys can do this as well when you're doing, you're doing this, and you can lay out the cards and you find out when you're most likely to meet your soulmate. And some of you have already met your soulmate. It's all about making a reconnection. That's what it's all about then. So if your soulmate is somewhere in your past, when you're doing a timing of event, you're looking into the future and you're looking for a reconnection, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'm just laying out all the cards as well as I can, and I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's someone very interesting coming into your life in 6 months' time. There's a reconnection, could be as well. 4, 5, and 6, and not only that, because I get King of Wands then, and King of Wands is someone who always takes our interest. So this person will be it will be very interesting. This person will be able to influence you, and will influence you a lot in love. 4, 5, 6, and that's 6 months from now. 10, 11, 12, and they're also saying that there is a deepening insecurity coming into your life already in about 3 to 4 months' time. Now, I feel like there already is a love available to you, Britt, and that's why I see it so soon, because you could have already made a connection to your soulmate. I feel like it's in your life already somehow, and whether or not you're aware of it, but when you're ready to open up to it, it is there for you, okay? Now, let's have a look here at destiny of relationship, and it's interesting you got 7 of Cups, because 7 of Cups, 7 is a spiritual number. It's going to be a spiritual relationship as well as physical and loving. But the 7 of Cups is like when two people are very intuitive and they are together and they are creating and manifesting, and there's so much available to them in the sense that they're metaphysical. And metaphysical people have very much an enhanced awareness of everything around them. So that's why you got 7 of Cups. There's so much going on. So your challenge is going to be to choose what reality and what you're creating and what you're manifesting for yourself, and find out what is the best one for you. So I feel like it's going to be a very creative relationship, a very artistic and sensitive relationship. And you will learn as you're progressing in this relationship how to live the dream instead of just being lost in the dream, they're saying. So that is what you are learning. It's going to be a completely new beginning. And I feel like this will be the best relationship that you've ever been in. So it's all about manifesting, but they're also saying that you have to make it, I guess, they're saying that you're going to have to make it what it is, because sometimes it's like a strong purpose, strong destiny in the relationship, and that's what they're going to be doing. And it's like they're limited, but the limitation is giving them direction. With you, what I'm seeing with you is there's not that many limits at all. It's all up to you what you're going to create. So with that, it's easy also to get a bit lost. And they're saying that you're going to have to use, and that's going to be like part of your journey, to actually use your intuition to the max to find your way. And also they're saying that to avoid, it's also who you're avoiding, because it's very important. They're saying that you are going to be safeguarding this relationship, because there are certain people that I feel like you have to be a bit discerning as well with the people that you are actually around. because not everybody will have a good influence, they're saying. So that's what they're saying. So this is a relationship that you'll have to safeguard. And that is only because I laid out some more cards, and I got the King of Swords in the block position. And when I get King of Swords in the block position, it can mean that we have to be very, very, we have to use the sword to, you know, cut loose what is no longer serving us. And it confirms this card here with Seven of Cups, because as you can see, with so many options, with so many things being sort of available to us, we have to be very, very discerning on what path we're going to go on. And that it hasn't yet been decided. Okay, you are actually creating that. But it's going to be very different, I feel, from how you're living your life now. I feel like it's going to be a very different path, they're saying. But it's going to be the right one for you. Okay? So that was it from me. Now, anyone who wants a soulmate reading, I recommend you do the webinar. The webinar is only $28, but it will soon go up to $55. So then it will be the same as a soulmate reading. In part of the soulmate webinar, I'll help you as well with the interpretations if you do get stuck. Okay, so I would recommend for everyone who wants to find out who their soulmate is to do the webinar. That's it for me. Bye.